On September 27, 2012, BNSF eastbound Z train 5502 East was heading from Houston to San Antonio with three engines, 5502 and 5401 Pink Dash 9s, and a 9-month-old ES44C4 number 6888. The train had 59 intermodal cars and left Houston South Yard at 8:36 a.m. This train had 45-year-old Thomas Lewis and an engineer whose name and age are unknown. 5502 East had priority over a westbound stack train, 5078 West. 5078 West consisted of 50 intermodal cars, conductor Samuel Case and engineer Jim Paynes. There are 4 engines on this train: Dash 9, 5078, ES44DC 7887 and 7591, and Dash 9 5299. The two trains were on the same track, but there was a way for them to pass safely without any delay or concerns. Like I said earlier, the eastbound had priority over the westbound, so the 5078 would wait at milepost 61718 and let the Z train pass on track 2. Now, this 5078 West had already waited for 2 trains at milepost 604.1 for 2 other trains, for 2 other Z trains. This one was no different. Then after the 5502 West had passed by, then they'll finally have priority over a coal train. However, this plan didn't transpire. 5078's conductor had a heart attack and gone to a coma. The Z train crew noticed the 5078 West went past the signal, which was showing a red aspect at the time of the crash. They put on the emergency brakes, but it wasn't enough. The two trains collided at a combined speed of 121 miles an hour, with the Z train going 80 and the stack train going 41. The 3 locomotives of the Z train and the leading locomotive of the stack train were totally demolished. 6888 was facing backwards and the cab was the only thing that was left of it. 5502 and 5401 were literally found in pieces. 5078 had its cab crushed in and the locomotive was found on its side in the very middle of the crash. 7887 was found with the radiator crushed and had the rear 3 feet of the frame ripped clean off. 7591 was the only locomotive on the stack train that didn't derail or was damaged in the collision. 5299 had 3 intermodal cars go right through the rear of it and crush it. None of the crew survived. Jim Payne was actually decapitated in the crash. And the National Transportation Safety Board opened up an investigation into the crash and found that the conductor of 5078 had a heart attack and the engineer was asleep. Also, they found that the Z train, even though it had priority over the other intermodal trains, over all trains, it was speeding to make up for lost time. Because it was supposed to depart at 8:30, but it departed at 8:36. And they also found that the engineer had gotten a little sleep the night before on the 26th. BNSF was also blamed for having crew members out on trips for many hours. One pair of crew members, conductor and engineer, probably also a brakeman, we don't really know, went on a shift that lasted them an entire day. No sleep, 24 hours of shift. After the accident, 7887, 5299, 5502, 5401, and 6888 were scrapped. 7591 was fortunate enough to be put back into service and was leading the next Z train on the 28th.